everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference. And, of course, the Hornets a game behind. Look at the 76ers starting group. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Yabusele out there with George, and it's Embiid in at the center position. And for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams, and it's Green in at the 3. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I mean, I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Now, here is Miller. Back to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And, you know, for Miller, his passing is probably the most valuable and overlooked part of his game.
George against Green. Lets it go from deep. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is Miller. He's always able to provide big production, averaging 22 points a game. Bridges misses. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
Here's Ball. Yes, that goes in.
Sometimes we forget how tall Ball is. I mean, he uses his size well to score in close.
Pass to Yabusele. Nobody near George. Miller grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes advantage.
And here's Maxey after Miles Bridges getting his shot to go from deep. And Embiid with a screen on Ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hey, one thing about Maxey, he was just born to score. This guy is a bucket getter.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. He thinks Tyrese Maxey is a guy they have to watch. He said he reads the floor well and understands situational basketball. Defensively, it's tough to speed him up or slow him down. He really plays at his own pace. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Indiana.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Now, here is Miller. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped.
Oubre putting those long arms to work. Manages to get a hand on it.
It's good. George has got his second bucket of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Back to Ball. Over Maxey. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And here is Ball, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Hornets. The 76ers also with a sub. Martin's checked in. Bridges dishes to Williams. Outside Curry. Can they get it? And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Yabusele. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Kelly Oubre.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
The 76ers leading by 3.
D up on Tyrese, man.
Maxey passes to Drummond. George, that's a 2-pointer. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Ball. Back to Miller. Over George. That misses off the backboard. Here's Philadelphia. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Now, here's Oubre. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Martin with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Hornets trail by 5. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Bridges. Great D that time from Martin.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Now, here's Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Curry. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
The 76ers leading by 5. And so in the game for the 76ers, inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Gordon is out there with Lowry, and it's Martin in at the 3 slot. Green finds Curry. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the basket by Charlotte, count it. Embiid's got the lead, back up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Richards passes to Green. Here's Micic. Green with a screen on Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Green. The 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
That shot wide open. Lowry's got his first basket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Curry's shot is off.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Pass to Embiid. Martin against Green. Outside Martin. Embiid inside. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch, this guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Charlotte making a switch here. Martin's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Oubre's checked in. Second free throw, no good. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Mark Williams is checked in for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball comes in for Martin. And so he makes both from the line. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Here's Micic, covered by Oubre. That's tipped. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Lowry. And that one's drained from the low block. Lowry's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia. Outside ball. Pass to Curry. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 7 points.
You know, some players just have a shooter's mentality, and Curry's in that category. Seth has not met a shot he doesn't like, and most of them he takes he can make.
Now here's Embiid. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Micic after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Micic, the pass to ball. And here is Curry. Williams, a screen on Gordon. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Here's Micic. Offline with his 3. The 76ers leading by 4. His first shot coming late. And again, it's Philadelphia.
That's the way to do it. Oubre using his length inside to his advantage.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Outside Curry. Williams has a screen for Curry. That shot off the mark. Good D by Embiid. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Pass to Martin. Oubre kicks to Lowry. Embiid with a screen on ball. 3-pointer, Lowry. Rebound by Williams. The Hornets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside for Curry. This one for 3. They get it back. Over to the wing. Here's Micic. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Embiid with the block.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Pass to Lowry. Oubre with it. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Oubre has got his second basket of the night.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to talk to his guys. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Kenyon Martin Jr. comes in for Caleb Martin. George is checked in for Eric Gordon. And Maxey's subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Hornets trail by 9. Miller outside. Now Richards. Hasn't made one yet. Bridges for 3. Charlotte no good that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Martin with the bucket. Charlotte has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Trying to get something going, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball. Ball hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Maxey. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Philadelphia in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, as you look at the game so far, how would you evaluate yourself?
I think defensively I'm doing pretty good. Offensively, I still got to work on a lot of stuff. But it's going well. I just got to calm down, slow down, let the game come to me, and we'll be all good.
Hey, thanks for your time, man. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
You know, that being said, Shaq, you can't get complacent. Got to keep stepping on that gas pedal.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
They haven't played well on the road, and they're going to be on the road for a while. This is a huge test for their mentals. Do they rise to the challenge, or do they wilt under the pressure of these hostile environments?
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Green in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
And it's time for an injury report.
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the 76ers. And guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. This was a team that was struggling a bit, so losing him hurts extra. But they have to cope with the loss. Back to you.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Now, here's Ball. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Ball, the pass to Williams. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 9.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Yeah, health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. What a stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Fifth on the list, Brandon Miller.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The tray, good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Martin the pass to Oubre. Embiid with the screen on Miller. Here's Oubre. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle, here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
Oubre outside. It's George on the wing, led by Green. And it's Martin missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Bridges.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And here's Maxey after Miles Bridges getting his shot to go from deep. Puts up a 3. And that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
Ball dishes to Williams. Miller outside. Green deciding where to go with it. At the top of the key, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Miller, that's for 2. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
Inside, here's Embiid. Williams with the block. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. Shoots over Oubre. Miller, no luck. Philadelphia leading by 4. Pass to Maxey. Oubre sets the screen for Maxey. Poked loose. Green with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. George against Green. Williams up on top. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Miller. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Now, here's ball. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Bridges double team. 4 on the shot clock. Miller, no up. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Oubre against Miller. Here's Maxey with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Williams. Martin comes in for Josh Green. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Brandon Miller. And it's Micic in for Ball. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Martin comes in for Caleb Martin. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for George. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Kelly Oubre. On the wing, Bridges. From the arc, it's hauled in by the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Philadelphia leading by 4. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Martin, and it's denied.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Curry on the wing. Now recovering. And Seth Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 10.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Curry will bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 1. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Taking a look at the 76ers. Gordon is out there with Lowry. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Martin. And it's Council. In at the 3, the small forward. Martin inside. Outside Gordon. Martin with a screen on Curry. Gordon for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Gordon's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Philadelphia. Curry looking around. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Philadelphia leading by 4. Gordon the pass to Martin. Back to Gordon. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid with a screen on Curry. From downtown, Diabate grabs the board. And so here's Charlotte to the wing right side. Here's Micic. Pass to Curry. Takes a 3. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And when Seth Curry gets hot like this, that basket just continues to expand. You got to keep feeding him if he's this hot.
Lowry passes to Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Pass to Curry. Here's Micic to tie it up. And it's Council with the rebound. To the paint, here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Here's Micic. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Ball.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Up top, Embiid. The shot. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Williams a screen on Lowry. Ball, the pass to Williams. Embiid with the steal. Ball against Lowry. Pass to Martin. Oubre outside. 5 on the clock. From deep. And there's the rebound by Micic. Hornets trail by 3. Bridges shot. Good.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Josh Green's checked in for Micic. And then for Philadelphia, Martin's checked in for Kenyon Martin. George comes in for Eric Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. With the game in the balance, Coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Maxey, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Maxey really just does everything for his team, a selfless young player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maxey.
The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
Maxey hits them both.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Outside Ball. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Maxey. 76ers with the new shot clock. Another shot, diving in, and the layup is up and in. 14 points for Tyrese Maxey.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
Ball against Maxey. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Great touch from 3 from Embiid.
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
Now, here's Ball. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. And they double up Embiid. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Philadelphia.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And just breaking the spirit of their opponent. 3 straight times this year, this win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with 1 left to be played on the season against Charlotte.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Joel Embiid.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And it's George missing.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Ball kicks to Miller. Williams sets a screen for Miller. On the wing, Bridges. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. George finds Maxey. So Philadelphia wins it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant. So I want every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Joel Embiid.